So we met in rehab, and we wanted to come on here and tell you about our experiences. So do you wanna go?
Differences in experience. I feel like it's very prevalent with us two, especially because I actually loved it.
How can you love rehab? How can you love rehab? I don't understand because like I don't know. You go first. Tell them about your experience.
Well, I don't know if it's just because I forgot all of like the awful times there, because like I know there was like a lot of awful times there, because like I remember hating it, but like I think I've just kind of forgotten all of that, and I'm just kind of focusing on like all of the cool people I met, like I don't know, like the kind of feeling of like safety, like there as well. Do you know what I mean? Like it's very protected and stuff. And I feel like I feel like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I did not have the same experience. I feel like the main thing that I got from rehab was my friends. The people that I met. I met her, I met my other best friend. Like, having those people that just understand. And like, when you're in that rehab, everyone knows everything about everyone.
Literally.
There's no such thing as secrets in like the clinic. Like, the rehab, so the rehab was a 2.5 month inpatient, like residential thing in the Netherlands, for kids. So she was 15 and I was 16.
And we went to the international one, so when I tell you there was bitches from like
Everywhere.
Like walk of life, bro, there was like this. But to be fair, you like the coolest people I've ever met, I've also met in that clinic.
No, because literally,
Like,
man, mentally ill people are cool. I have to say it. They
I'm
are.
sorry.
They are.
I'm sorry, it's just the truth.
Okay, what did we do there? Our 6 a.m. walks, morning walk.
I loved the walk.
Okay, so they would wake us up at like 6:30, 5:45, because the walk was at 6 a.m.
Oh my god, breakfast was at 7.
Yeah, we were waking up at 5:45,
As fuck.
and they literally they would come in because there was no locks on the doors, so they would come in and like you'd see this random face every morning waking you up, or like flipping your mattress over, or like pulling the bed sheet,
Or like pushing you out of fucking bed, bitch.
literally like what the fuck. Where's the peace? I don't know. But we had group therapy.
I think that was the one thing in the clinic which is the most prevalent. Like,
Yeah, we spent hours.
We had group therapy every single day.
Yeah, we
every
did.
single day for the whole like
2.5 months.
We were there. We had group therapy every day, sometimes twice a day. And let me tell you, it was just there was 2 groups. We were split into 2 therapy groups. Siani, you were in
I was in group 1.
She was in the cool group. I'm
I
sorry.
was in the cool group.
I'm sorry. All of you two with me. I'm sorry, Mia. I'm sorry, Aiden. But look, no, Mia was in group 1, I think.
I don't know, I wasn't there when she was there. They staggered the weeks, like you could get like 2 or 3 people in every single week, and then 2 or 3 would leave.
She was in my group, so I'm sorry, Mia, and I'm sorry, Aiden. But anyway, that's not the point. It was always something happening. There's always something. Someone either like stormed out, fucking punched the wall, fucking.
We had people
throwing chairs at people.
screaming and swearing,
Like,
freezing,
oh my
fucking throwing like tissue paper, tissue boxes, threatening to throw chairs to kill people, all this shit.
Oh my god.
And oh my god,
It's just because they push your buttons on purpose, though. Like that was the whole thing of in the clinic. Like they were very like they have to get under your skin, and like they have to because they want to like bring all of this like fucking repressed emotion out or whatever.
Yeah, I've always thought like the clinic, the intention was to break you down to your worst self and then build you back up again.
Yeah, no, that was the whole
Like
thing. They
to
were like,
your most tiny, worthless, like
bro, bitches in
destructive,
week
like
5.
oh my god, you were a shell of the person that you were. Like they killed your spirit and and then builded you back up, and then they just hoped that they would build you up, and if they didn't build you up, then you were left where you were, and worse.
And then, and then you'd get worse. I feel like after the clinic, you either get worse or like.
Yeah. No one's the same after the clinic.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like that changes. It changes you. It changes you. Oh my goodness. Okay, so like in group therapy, we had these like. Oh no, you're fine. We had these impact letters, right? So, do you want to explain?
Impact letters were basically, they did this again as one of their fucking plans to try and get under your skin. They'd make like important people in your life, so it'd be like your parents or like your siblings or whatever, like they'd get them to write letters to you, and you can reply or anything, and you have to read it in front of everyone, and they just write about every way that you've impacted their life, negative or positive. And it's usually negative though, because that's the whole point. They basically just tell you like the impact you've made on them, and that doesn't sound that deep, but bro.
No, like your illness, how the like things that you did hurt like the people that you love the most.
Yeah.
And you had to stand up and read them out loud in front of everyone for the first time, and then they would rip you apart about all the bad things
and
you've
then
done.
they'd be mean to you after. If that's
It was bullying. Sorry, it was bullying.
Yeah, I mean, it worked.
It was bullying.
It worked.
For some. Okay. Do you want to explain the riot?
Okay, I wasn't actually even in the clinic when this happened, but it happened like a week after I fucking left. And I've been told so many stories about it. I think I can explain one.
Go on.
So a riot happened in our rehab, like a week after I left. And basically, it was like in the middle of the night, and everyone just decided, we don't have to follow the rules. Who is making us follow all these rules? And we outnumber them. There's more of us than there are of them. That is not a good mindset for an entire rehab clinic full of drug addicted teenagers. That is not. It's not a good, you know what I mean? No. Anyway, that happened anyway, and everyone just kind of decided, you know what, let's just kind of, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, let's just leave our rooms. Like, word spread like that, because it was like a long, like, okay, so if you think like the rooms were like a U, like half of the U was girls and half of the U was boys, so like, it went like this. And like, you just know that like, it was fucking, anyway, I'm getting sidetracked, I wasn't even there. Sorry.
Go on, tell the
Sorry. Anyway. Everyone kind of just ended up like going to the living room stuff, like breaking into the living room, throwing chairs at people, standing on tables, screaming slurs, hitting coaches in the face, fucking like everything you can think. People were smoking cigarettes inside.
Lord of the Flies! It was giving Lord of the Flies!
Like, when I tell you, like, it was so strict, we weren't even allowed to touch. And these bitches were, like, fucking dancing on the table with, like, 5 cigs in their mouth. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Anyway, that happened, and everyone got in huge trouble. Community.
Yeah. So,
We don't mention
once a week, everybody that worked in the clinic and was at the clinic gathered in a big circle, and it was like a gigantic group therapy. So every week we have to take responsibility. So everyone that did a bad thing per se that week would have to put their hand out and say, I take responsibility for this, and then everyone else would obviously hate on them for it.
But, like, evil. Like, if you would, like, if you felt like you had an obligation to, like, attack this person.
Attack! No, it was attacking.
It kind of was attacking. Like,
It was
you felt like
terrifying.
you had an obligation to attack these people.
Yeah, you got into the mindset that like if you were like confronting them, you would help them. But like 24 people confronting one person, that is not helpful.
That is like bullying.
No.
That's mass.
It's so scary. Luckily, I never had like
You
a
never got in
horror
trouble.
story. I did get in trouble, but I never had a horror story.
Oh my god. I didn't have a personal horror story, but there's one.
But
story.
there's some stories.
No, there's some stories. When I tell you, I think I lived through some of the most crazy communities the clinic has ever had, though. This one time, it was my friends at the time, Sid and Aiden, and we had these. Did they ever, when you were there, give you like magazines to like make scrapbooks? And
Yeah.
shit like that with. Well, they found a magazine with ladies in bras in, and obviously, look, these are like 15-year-old boys who are feeling fucking really
Sexually starved teenage boys.
like for like months, and they find this fucking magazine with these ladies, this like lingerie magazine. Anyway, long story short, you can imagine what they did. They fucking cut it out and put it in their pocket. Anyway, somehow they got caught. I don't know how you get caught.
No,
Like they knew. When I tell you, they knew everything. You could not get away with anything like that. They we had community and we were walking in. And I remember me and Aiden walking in at the same time. And we were sitting in the middle of the circle, just all the porn, just on the floor, like all of the lingerie ladies, just all like the pictures of them all sprawled out all across the fucking floor in the middle of the circle. And I literally, because I knew they'd done it, because I was there, I literally just looked at them and I was like, what the like, this is gonna be a fun half an hour. Sid just said, oh fuck this, and walked out and got a lot of money. Not to mention the one where someone that I may not name.
Don't
I don't know
name.
who it is. Anyway, decided it was gonna be a good idea to eat deodorant because of the 2% alcohol. Not even 2%, 0.2% alcohol. What's it called? Percentage, yeah. Like the 0.2 alcohol containment. And that didn't work. So her and this other guy also decided to try and huff spray paint in the same day, which actually worked. Then we had a community about that, and it was just loads of deodorant and spray paint in the middle of the circle again, and it felt like kind of a bit of deja vu. I think they kind of liked putting stuff in the middle of the circle after that, because they only started doing it after the porn. I think it was just like an idea.
Can we even say this on TikTok? Oh well. Anyway, I think we're over the time limit anyway. So, if you want to hear more, let us know.